Coming up on 2020 on ID. A popular teenager walks into the grocery store where he works, but he doesn't walk out.
Where'd he go? There's somebody who knows exactly what happened.
No body, no weapon, but there was a murder and a revolving door of suspects. Stock boys with a past. One admits he was there.
I hit Brian a few times, I thought I knocked him out.
So why is this man behind bars?
I'm not a criminal. It's all made up.
And what secrets does this town hold?
There are rumors that Mario Cacharo was selling drugs.
I think he coerced my son to working for him, and things got out of hand.
Families fighting for their sons.
That is a big holdup, big time.
There was no DNA, no witnesses, and no motive.
And a blood-sniffing crusader takes us inside a cold case.
Push his hand like this.
Interrogation tapes and new evidence, she says, points to the real killer.
Comes up behind him like this and cuts his throat.
Mystery in a small town. Welcome to 2020 on ID. I'm John Quinones. It's a tragic story that happens all too often. A well-liked kid heads off to a very familiar place and is never seen again. But what makes the case of Brian Carrick even more haunting is the belief that he was harmed by someone he knew, and lingering questions of whether the man behind bars is the real killer. As Ryan Smith first reported in 2014, this twisting tale of rumors, a recanted confession, and the untimely death of a central character has left a small town with relationships shattered and more than one family broken-hearted.
The village of Johnsburg, Illinois, the essence of small-town America, a flag-waving heartland some 50 miles outside of Chicago, a conservative community where tradition reigns and nostalgia is embraced. Some call this Mayberry of the Midwest.
There's a lot of farms out there still, and then there's some subdivisions that have crept in. You got the grocery store, bowling alley. Very simple, very just kind of easy.
But Johnsburg is also a village with a secret. A lingering, unsolved mystery that still has people talking.
I can't really think of a bigger news story.
I would say everybody had an opinion.
I think there's somebody who knows exactly what happened.
What happened to Brian Carrick, a likable 17-year-old high school junior who one Friday night in 2002 vanished from inside the grocery store where he worked as a stock boy just 5 days before Christmas? Amanda Marazzo covered Brian's disappearance for the Chicago Tribune.
He was excited about Christmas. There was no indication for him to run away.
His father, William Carrick, an electrician, says his youngest son was always by his side.
Wherever his dad went, his dad said he'd be in his hip pocket. He's an entrepreneur, started making money very early on shoveling snow.
What kind of person was Brian?
From all accounts, he sounded like he was funny and he was goofy and he was a smart aleck. There's a story where the one sister read about how he had read her diary out loud to the family one time. Oh. So that, so he was goofy.
Just like a little brother, right?
Just like a little brother.
Yeah.
And he loved Val's Foods, the village's only grocery store, directly across the street from the Carrick home. Val's co-owner, Jerry Cacharo.
He was smart that you don't have no idea how smart he was. If you tell him to do one thing one time, say, this is what I want you to do. Next time he'll tell you what to do.
So he was a go-getter.
If there were more people like Brian in this country, there'll be a beautiful future for America.
In Johnsburg, everyone knew the Carricks, the hardworking Irish Catholic family with 14 children, Brian the 11th.
Parents, when they got married, said, God, give us as many kids as you want to give us, and we'll take them.
Describe the Carrick family for me. What were they like?
They, all very nice people. One of the sisters said they didn't have the best clothes, and they didn't always have school supplies, but they had a lot of love.
That December 20th was Brian's day off, but he went to Val's looking for a co-worker, passing his brother Eddie, also a stock boy, on the way.
Eddie was going out to get the carts from the parking lot, and Brian was walking into the store. He never saw his brother after that.
The next day, his mother, Terry Carrick, received a troubling phone call. Brian hadn't shown up for work.
She knew her son would never miss work. That was his life, was going to that store. She went upstairs, he wasn't in his bed. She knew immediately.